Hello and welcome back to Geran Reaver vs Baldur's Gate 3. I am here on top of Moonrise Towers in front of the giant stinking hole, into which I cannot return. So, what do I do with these other mines I didn't take in, because why on earth would I? I'm hoping I can read them later, because otherwise that was really bad game design.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
Okie dokie. I really hope I do get a, end of act big camping thing.
The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us.
Yes, keep patting yourself on the back. Oh, look, the army's gone. I wonder what would have happened if you tried to fight them. I imagine you'd die, but, you know.
The Absolute's army are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
Thank you for recapping. Okay. Ah, no, it's a transition point here, so you couldn't fight them. Alright. Well, I think I've done everything. Let me just check one more time. Yeah? Yeah, I think I'm done. So, I really, really hope there is an end of act camp bit, because, reasons. Once you move on, you'll not be able to return. I think I've done everything. So, yes.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over.
Ooh, look at that.
Your courage has been tested, and in this, at least, you have triumphed.
That's cool. The sun rises over Rythwin for the first time in a century. Oh.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the flaming fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties.
Oh.
Duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
I thought that was going to be
Your
alright.
plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start.
Why are they letting him
Neither
go?
of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living
Oh
flesh
my god.
in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
That was cool. Yay, camp bit! Why is she still in her armor?
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
It's probably going to be more than one sleep, let's be honest. Oh! So I was confused as to why I was controlling at night. Oh, so this is Worm's Crossing. Which is presumably one of the only reliable crossing points on the Sionthar before Baldur's Gate itself. There's the gate. The famed Baldur's Gate itself. Or Baldur's Gate, if you pronounce it that way, whatever's cool. Oh, that looks really pretty. Oh, sorry. Hi, Eve. Sorry, didn't mean to pop down onto your face there. Okay. Loads of tents. You doing okay, Wrath? I know this has all been a lot. You don't have to be invisible when we're at camp, you know. Dismiss that. Hi, Wrath. I like your little beard.
Alive, so that's
How old are you, Wrath? You know, I wish you'd talk to me. Okay, fine. Suit yourself. Worm's Lookout.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Soluna cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step.
Nice. I like that approach. That attitude, rather. Now we're travelling together, I realise I don't know much about you. We need to part ways. Now we're travelling together, I realise I don't know much about you.
That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme.
Very witty. Is it true that you fought the Dead Three before? You mentioned you knew something of Illithids. Is it true that you fought the Dead Three before?
It was Baal alone we faced in our
Yeah.
time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
Oh, God. I am struggling to remember the name of the character I played in Baldur's Gate 1. It's on the tabletop channel. Oh, Syla, I think? I think it was Syla. Here is my character, Syla, the half-elf. Please, you're only one of those things. You're not that old, are you? You seem reluctant to discuss the past. You're not that old, are you?
I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
Mixture of half-elf and druidism, I assume. You mentioned you know something of Illithids.
More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind.
Wow.
I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I.
It's almost strange that I don't feel the parasite. Maybe it's in the same way that I don't feel my patron's influence. I don't, aside from the times it wiggles or squirms or spikes or otherwise makes its presence known to me. The rest of the time it's just a passenger. Who are you speaking to? Maybe I'm the parasite puppeting this body. Wow, what a mind-trippy thing to say. I'm different. It's different this time. The elder brain is a slave. My mind is still my own. My mind is still my own. I plan to keep it that way.
I believe you. You remind me of another I knew. Marked by forces beyond their control.
What was his name? Began with an S,
The
right?
gods can grant power or strip it away. But so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need.
It's interesting having Jaheira in this. Like, of all of the links to make, I guess Jaheira makes sense because of all of them, she's one who was intrinsically connected to the story of the original two Baldur's Gates, but also separate enough that she would work on her own. You know, whereas like Imoen was very much tied to the protagonist. Dynair was, because if I remember correctly, the canon party from Baldur's Gate 1 was the main character and Imoen, Khalid and Jaheira. Khalid was Jaheira's husband at the time. Minsk and Dynair, I believe, were the 5 canon people. And I'm fairly sure Khalid dies in 2. Spoiler alert. And maybe Dynair does as well? I don't know. I don't know much about Baldur's Gate 2. I didn't really enjoy it the one time I played it. I would like to play it on the channel at some point. Anyway, sorry, But yeah, Jaheira seems like, because of the Harper connection, she really does seem like a character who does fit in both games. So I like it. I approve. I'm just going to loot all the alcohol here as well, just cause. Okay, Will has nothing to say between acts.
I'm listening.
Oh, none of them do. Is this because I spoke to them about Shadowheart earlier and for some reason Halsin and Jaheira just had nothing to say?
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support.
I do like Halsin. I'm glad he is part of the party, even though I had to ask him a bajillion times. But is Shadowheart going to change her name? Like, is she... Oh, is her real name going to be revealed when we find her parents? And it's going to be like Susan. Ah, Susan Hart. That's her name. And they were like, no, that's not edgy enough. Shadowheart. All one word. No surname. That's much edgier. Supposterian?
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem, the world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks.
Amazing voice acting, as always. It sounds as if you envy him, not a bad place to be. We need to stop him. Yesterday, do you think we can defeat him? Are we strong enough? Yeah, there's not... I'm not going to say any of the top 3. Do you think we can defeat him? Are we strong enough?
We will kill him, but there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle. This may be a beginning, not an end. I can see myself now. Lord, King, Master. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor.
I don't think he has it in him to kill his brothers and sisters for this. I think he's just seen this as a chance to permanently be free of chains. But I think in doing so, in taking that position, he would forever bring himself under attack. He would never be free of that. Then again, there are always things you can never be free of, so you'd kill to take that power from him, the others bound to the ritual. I don't know, Raphael said the ascension was lethally diabolical. If we can pull it off, we hardly know anything about the ritual. Well, I mean, they also described taking the Mesa Palor as diabolical, and, you know, that wasn't. So, So you'd kill to take the power from him? The others bound to the ritual?
What's a handful of the wretch's servants? If they're anything like me when I was enslaved, they're all but begging for death anyway. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
Whew. I think we should find a way to cure Asterion, not help him ascend. He wants to be free. He wants to see his own reflection. More, I think, than he wants this. And the reason I think that is because, like, with that that blood mage woman who was like, yes, do this and I'll give you power. And he was like, no, the power is not worth it. So he has a limit. And if that was his limit, I don't think he'd... Like, he'll talk a big game, but I don't think he'll actually kill his siblings for this. All that matters to me is that you'll say freedom is not the same as power. A killer isn't worthy of respect. That would be very hypocritical. Don't get ahead of yourself. Damn right. Freedom is not the same as power.
All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend.
I'm with you all the way. Don't get ahead of yourself. We don't even know if it's possible. The information will be useful. I promise to help you stop Cazador. I won't promise anything else. Like, if I'm honest about how Eve thinks, sort of after all of this, she is building a bond with these people. And it is almost like protagonist bias at this point. Because that's natural. That is how people think. We prioritize our friends over strangers who are in the exact same position. So, it's sort of like, you know, Lae'zel has turned against her goddess for Eve. Shadowheart has turned against her goddess for Eve. Gale didn't fulfill his goddess's promise. I mean, because Eve just did not give him a chance, but he probably would have backed down for Eve as well. He was talking about it, thinking about it. I think it's sort of, Eve is okay with giving back. I mean, she's not going to say this to him, because she's going to sort of resist this all the way, and if it happens anyway, so be it. I think she would be okay with her friend ascending like that. And it's a moral ambiguity that Ayla would never condone, but Eve is a different person. Well, the information will be useful. We'll find the other spawn.
If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. Likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador's change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Okay. I don't think he'd have a reason to change their orders.
Begone, friend.
Wow.
I have a darling to adore.
Don't say begone, friend. It's like, fuck off, companion. It's not an okay combination of, it doesn't... How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom? You should join my camp permanently. I have questions for you, Dame Aylin.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Yeah, I've already asked that. Alright, fine. Fucking begone, friend. Really annoys me, her attitude.
Hey.
Hey. About our relationship. Okay. I'm going to be honest, a lot less is available in this end of act camping than I expected. Can I kiss you?
Always.
Oh. I like that Karlach's taller than her.
Sparks.
Okay, I can't seem to trigger the thing that I thought I'd be able to trigger. Like, I'm not crazy for thinking there would be a certain scene available here. You know, that's usually how these things work. At the end of an act, it has a happy ending. Let's move on then, shall we?
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you.
I sort of called that.
Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
I'm glad that's a choice. Interesting that you have to make the choice now. I guess that affects things? I really would have thought that would be something you could choose later on. It seems very odd to make this decision 2/3 of the way through the game. Excuse me, 2/3 of the way through the game. All I want is to be free. I will do whatever is necessary. I will succeed where the chosen will fail. I will dominate the world. When the moment comes, I'll do what feels right. I will free everyone of this evil. I want to be the hero that saves Baldur's Gate. Well, I'm glad there is an option to decide later. Yeah, there's no chance Eve is going to be the one to dominate the world. She's just not that kind of person, and Karlach would never forgive her. And she's also not the selfish kind. Again, Karlach wouldn't forgive it. I will free everyone of this evil. I will be the hero that saves Baldur's Gate.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me.
Oh.
Gather.
Oh.
The reckoning is upon us.
Oh, hey, buddy.
The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
Not the voice I wanted in my ear tonight. Oh! You are very thin.
We're under it. Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Escape to the portal before the Absolute takes control. High Gishra, Zephyr, Astral Portal. Okay. Unexpected. Her voice commanding 1 to 6 psychic damage. Affected entities' brains being tortured to the whim of the Absolute. Okay. So the portal's up there. Astral Portal. Well, he's suddenly taken a much calmer pose compared to how he was seconds ago. Blasty! Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, we're gonna have to rage, because we need to hurry. And charge up here. Nope, switch weapon. And Clobby. Reckless. Reckless. Good work. And then continue up. Asterion, where is Wrath? Wrath is not here. Okie dokie. Alright, Asterion, come up to here. Shoot. You missed. It was a weird miss, but okay.
Put 'em up with haste.
And move forward as well. Yeah, opportunity. Nice. Flurry of blows. He's a monk. That explains why he's half naked. Right. This is my first time using Jaheira leveled in a fight. What can she do? Oh, I forgot to choose her spells. I mean, I really didn't expect this, so, yeah. Let's go with Moonbeam. And can I use my bonus on Moonbeam to move it? Did Did that upcast? It didn't upcast. Can it upcast? If not, then I wasted a level 5 spell slot on a level 2 spell. Whoops. Alright, move up to there and pin him. Her voice transforming. Oh. Clobby. Clobby. Reckless Clobby. Good. And then head up to the last one. Cunning Disengage to get up to here. Let's go with Cunning Dash to get round to there. And then Shooty. Oh, that's why he's missing, because he's got the Sharpshooter. For Orpheus? For Orpheus?
Quickly! I can't do this without you.
For Orpheus, is that what he said? Doesn't show. Oh no, there. Yeah, he did say for Orpheus, because my theory, to remind you, is that my dream buddy, the one talking to me right now, is Orpheus. Weird, okay. Alright, well, just run straight bloody past him.
Before me.
And then shoot him. Oh, you can't. Great. Oh well. Suppose I don't really need to kill him. I'm gonna. Or I'm not. Well, okay. Apparently she automatically does a second swing. Suppose there's no reason not to, but... The end of all. Yeah, I need to... Do I just need to get one in? Because I have not... I am not ready for this. Dash. Yeah, I just needed to get one in.